realize you had the ability to make change, or when did you realize you had the power to take a stand?
For me, I think that the ability to make change always felt more like an inherent responsibility. And I think I touch on this a lot. And I think it's what separates the way that I might approach social justice for children differently than some educators might, or other activists have. That it is really important, I think, for people to understand that regardless of how any person might feel, we do live in communities. We will always be in community with other people. There is no way to exist on this planet or to exist as a person without the interaction or, contribution of others. And that therefore it gives you some small responsibility to do the same and to be conscious of the way you impact others with your everyday actions, the things you decide to take and give, and the time you spend with other people. So my mom really just made that a huge part of who I am. And I just learned that from watching her be that type of person that was conscious about the way she interacts with her community and wants to do better to serve other people. And I think that a great part of being human is the ability to serve others, and not in a way that sacrifices myself. I don't feel like I've really extended myself past anything that I should or could have done in my work, and that I think there's only more to give. So the ability for me to think that I can make change was really shifting my mindset from the idea that, oh, it's about me and my voice, which it still is, but to think this is about my voice for the sake of my ancestors, my family and friends, my educators, the people I care about most in the world, and the people that see me and care about me. That it's not for me at all. That I can go and buy any book, that I would like at Barnes and Noble and read that and see myself, or go on Amazon and find an independent Black author and read those books and have them in school and try to recorrect these narratives. But there are so many other kids that cannot do that. There are so many other kids that once they don't see themselves in books, once they don't have classrooms that support their learning styles, they no longer want to go to school. And then they lose that sort of great gift that education can give us because they were never given a fair or respectful opportunity to pursue their education. So once I got into that sort of mindset and rethink the way I understood social justice, not as an opportunity for me to just stand up, but an opportunity for me to stand up for others and to stand up for a greater movement and a greater purpose that is beyond my identity, I really feel like I no longer felt like it was about, can I do it? It's like, when will I do it? That I, at some point in my lifetime, I have to continue to be an upstander, and I cannot sit by and know that I'm causing anyone else harm by my silence. And I stand very firmly in the idea that silence is violence in many ways. And that there are many people like me who I remember in my fifth grade class that agreed that the books were not diverse, and they never wanted to do anything about it. And that caused me a lot of pain as a 10-year-old, when the other like Black and brown kids in the class, like as many 5 or 6 of us as it would be, they didn't want to say anything about it, but they equally felt as harmed by their lack of representation as I did. So that hurt me as a young person. I'm like, I want to stand up, I want to use my voice, and no one else is there to use it with me. But then I understand now, and I think about now, I'm like, well, if I had never stood up for them and we still go to high school together and we still, will continue to be friends, like what would our classrooms look like now? Like what I pushed, our school system to do better. I put them under, very strict sort of eye that I would call them out if there was a problem. And I was able to transform that, not just for myself, but for other people. And for many young people, I don't think it's always about starting your own movements or starting your own projects always. Sometimes it is really affirming and supporting other people when they bring those complaints and bring an equity to you. When they say that something is happening to them that you understand to be an issue deeply rooted in systemic inequality, you must affirm them. Like you cannot tell them that their problems are not real, that you can encourage them to explore those problems and understand where they come from. But the ability to stand up really came for me when I first realized the importance of affirming other people and their experiences with inequity, and understanding that I had an inherent responsibility as a community member to do something about it, and that can either be seen through starting a movement or through telling somebody else that their feelings are valid if they want to start one.